Okay, today we're going to learn the halacha, which is the best nusach for Yomim Noraim, which is, we have so many nuschas, Sfarad, Ashkenazi, Chabad, and many others. Which is the best nusach? So I'm going to read you from the Beis Yosef, what the Beis Yosef brings from the Tashbet. B'chol elu advorim tluyim b'minog. He talks about over there whether you say Avinu Malkeinu Chatan Elfenecha by Rosh Hashanah or not. And then he said at the end from the Tashbet, V'meshane and Ruach Chachomim Noicho Emeno, meaning you cannot meshane from your minhag. Whatever it's your minhag, that's what you have to do. You cannot, if you're changing your minhag and Ruach Noicho Emeno, you should not do that. Okay, so despite this, which is the best nusach? You should keep your nusach. But which is the best nusach? To say whatever you're saying, your tefillas, your slichas, and your. So I'll tell you, it's a Gemara, which is the Beis Yosef also quotes the Gemara Bekitzer. The Gemara says like this, amazing word. It's tiny daf chafei amud beis. The Gemara says like this. Shuv ma'aser b'Rabbi Eliezer. That's Rabbi Eliezer HaGodol. Sheyorad difnei ateivo v'omar esrim v'arbo berachos v'lo nena. There was yemei batzoyres. There was no rain. There was hunger. And Rabbi Eliezer HaGodol was doing all this taniyas, which is the whole seder of taniyas in Maseches Tainis, how you slowly you become stronger and stronger, the tefillas and more taniyas. And then Rabbi Eliezer HaGodol yored difnei ateivo, and he said 24 brachas that by the time is to add more brachas. V'lo nena. Hashem didn't answer him, and there was still no rain, and meaning the hunger going to continue. Yorad Rabbi Akiva Acharov. That was his Talmud. Rabbi Akiva is Talmud of Rabbi Eliezer HaGodol. Yorad Rabbi Akiva Acharov, Omar Ovinu Malkeinu and Lonu Melech El Otom Ovinu Malkeinu Lemancho Rachem Aleinu. By the way, a lot of the tefillas as meyusad by Anshe Knesset Gdoila, Ovinu Malkeinu meyusad by Rabbi Akiva. That's how it started. The two Ovinu Malkeinu from Rabbi Akiva. That's the two where he started. The Gemara says, Ovinu Malkeinu El Lonu Melech El Otom Ovinu Malkeinu Lemancho Rachem Aleinu. V'yordu Geshomim. And that's what the Beis Yosef bring after they saw such a powerful tefillah. They add to this Avinu, they expanded it. They made a lot more. So we have so many Avinu Malkeinu, but it's all started with those two Avinu Malkeinu from Rabbi Akiva. Anyway, so we see very amazing things. He's Rebbe davening, nothing happening. Comes the Talmud, Rabbi Akiva. He says Avinu Malkeinu, it pours rain. What's going on over here? The Gemara says, "Have a Maraninu Rabbonon." Not only Yentas from the city, Rabbonon, the Talmud Chachamim, they was already saying what's going on over here. The Rebbe daven, nothing happened. The Talmud davens, comes rain. Something is, they're already thinking something is wrong over here. Yotza Baskal v'Omra. The Baskal right away didn't like this people talking. Yotza Baskal and says, Lo mipnei shezeh Godol mizeh. Rabbi Akiva was not great than Rabbi Eliezer. Rabbi Eliezer Godol was a great man. There's a lot of stories about him in the Shas. We see what his greatness. It's not to comprehend what he was. But it says not because Rabbi Akiva is greater than him. So why the praise of Rabbi Akiva was answered immediately? And it says, Ma'avir al midoisov is an Ma'avir al midoisov. Rabbi Akiva was somebody that was he was a big Bal Midas, and he knew sometime when somebody you get insulted, somebody insult you, you know how not to answer, you know how to Ma'avir al midoisov, you know how to hold back. That koyach Rabbi Akiva was a Godol Ador in that koyach more than anybody, and that's why Hashem answered his prayer. Just one Gemara in Shabbos tells you about you're going to see the mind-boggling the koyach of Rabbi Akiva Ma'avir al midoisov. This one story. I'm sure there's a lot of stories. But it's Shabbos Daf Chuf Chav Zayin Amud Beis. The Gemara says. Like this over there. Tony Rabbanon, Adanis Chaver lekav schus, Doni Noisel lekav schus. It's another Indian that we need to be, especially those days, Malamed Adar lekav schus, because we want Hashem to Danas lekav schus. The Gemara brings the mice like this. Umaisa ba'odom echad, sheyorad migolil ha'elyon. A man that worked for somebody, he went from the north of Eretz Yisrael, and all the ways went, when Niskar tel balabais echad bedorim. He went to the south, and he was working for him. Sholosh shonim. He worked for 3 years. Erev Yom HaKippurim, Omar lo ten li schori ve'elach. Give me what Yom I'm going to go. It doesn't severe whether he owed him the whole 3 years, whether how much he owed him. But it looks like in the story, it was a substantial amount that he owed him to the worker. Tell him, give me the money. I'm going to go back home, support my family. So he told him, tell li schori ve'ezen esishti bonai. Omar lo enli mois. So I have no cash to give you. Omar lo ten li peiros. No cash. So give me a lot of peiros. I'll sell them. I'll convert this to cash to my family. Amar lo Eli says, tell me karka, give me some real estate. You own the real estate. Give me some. I'll sell the real estate. I'll take the money from there. Amar lo Eli, so tell me behema, give me some of your animals you own. Eli, tell me korim v'ksotes, pillows and blankets. Give me something. I need my money. He says, Eli, I don't have. Hifshil kelav la'achoyra v'olach l'beis l'pachet nefesh. He took his stuff, his belonging, personal belonging, and he went to pachet nefesh. He was very, very frustrated. He worked so hard, and he's going to go home, going to tell his wife and kids, I have no money to give you. I didn't get paid. The Gemara says, Lachar HaRegel, that was Erev Yom Kippur, so few weeks later, lachar regel, not al balabais chorab yodoy. The balabas took all of the money he owed this man. The masa gimel chamoyrim. He took 3 donkeys full of good stuff. Echad shel Michael, echad shel Mishta, echad shel Mina Megodim. 1 donkey full of food, 1 donkey full of beverages. The echad shel Mina Megodim. A lot of gourmet food he took with him, and he's going to the home of his worker, meaning he's going from the south to the north. They sat down to eat. They didn't even talk about the pay yet. They're sitting down. He brought so much food with him. They make a party. He pulled his money, the cash. He gives it to him. That's yours. I owe you the money. So now the balabas asked the worker. The Gemara brings this mice how you have to make dalakam schos. What did you think? I have no money to give you. What did you think of my behavior? Bon, maybe you had cash and came to you a good deal. A businessman always like to buy good deals. Came to you put all the cash in that good deal and you don't have cash. So I thought when I told you give me some animals, I should sell your animals, convert it to cash. What did you? I told you I don't have. What do you think then? Maybe you rented all your animals to others, so you don't have access to it. I gave you real estate. I don't have real estate. Wait a minute, I know you have real estate. What did you think of that? He says, maybe you rented all your real estate to others. You don't have anything. Okay? I don't even have fruits and vegetables to give you. What did you think then? Maybe you didn't give Maisa. You didn't give me an Eretz Yisrael to give Maisa without Maisa. I don't even have pillows and blankets. What do you do with them? They didn't rent pillows and blankets. What did you do then? Maybe you took all your property. That's answers for all above. Real estate, cash, money, fruits, everything. He says, you magdish l'shamayim. So Omar Lei, the balabas told him, I swear to you, he says, Kach hoyo, darti kol nechasta b'shel horkenus b'ni. Horkenus, he had a son, Hashem Horkenus. He was not going in the right way the father wanted him to go. He says, I don't want you to be any Yerusha to you. I'm giving everything l'shamayim. This way, Moshe didn't own anything that moment. Shalosak b'toira. He was living in the south. I went to my friends in the south over there, the Talmidei Chachamim. They said, V'yitirili kol nidri. Then they made a Torah Nadorim that I did the wrong thing, not to know that everything was Shamayim. And now I have it back, I'm coming to pay you. It says like this. You says to the worker, you was done like schus. Now, in Shiltas it says this Meister was with Rabbi Eliezer Agodol, Ben Horkenus. He looked like his father was Horkenus and his son was Horkenus. And the worker was Rabbi Akiva before he came out on the Chacham. So look over here. Rabbi Akiva, before, imagine today if somebody owes you money, a substantial amount, you work for somebody not a day, not a week, 3 years, whatever the amount, the whole 3 years, half of that, and he said, I don't have money to give you, nothing. You probably say, you're a gun or a shotgun, take you to the Torah, take you to court, and I'm going to tell the whole city what you are, who you are. So Rabbi Akiva, before he was done with Chacham, he was done like schus. That's ma'avir al midas. And every gets going now to answer which is the best nusach. It does not. Everybody should keep them. It does not make a difference whether you daven the Ashkenaz, Litas, Faretz, Fardesh, Nazi. We don't know who davens. If you ma'avir al midasav, that's the best nusach. Goes with everything. If somebody ma'avir is asking Hashem something, like Rabbi Akiva, miyad yorduk shamim. So the best nusach of atfil, it's not the words you say. Yeah, it's important. Chaz v'sholom. That's why I mentioned this Zakdoma from the Tashbetz. Don't mashana any minogim. But the most powerful nusach of davening, it's who you are. If you ma'avir al midasav, then your prayer is bigger than Rabbi Eliezer Agodol. You didn't imagine Rabbi Eliezer Agodol was not Ne'ena and Rabbi Akiva Ne'ena. So from me you will see, what do you say?
The Baal Bais was supposed to pay him.
Right.
There's no mention of a time on him for that explaining why in advance.
Kasha for Maisa.
Okay, you can. In terms of